we'll see how it goes.
It says that there's only 3 people watching, but I feel like there's more in here. Unless it's just Tara and Drew. So, and then whoever joins and then leaves. But oh, is it time?
It is time.
It's time. This is your announcement to go on over to YouTube and watch us on there instead of on here. I may not be joining then on live. I'm going to try. Oh, well, good, because I'm gonna shut this down soon.
Okay, I'm switching over right now. 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. This is my hand. These are the hands, or I should say, this is the hand that will bake us some food. I think you might be getting some weird audio here. Let me try this. Is that better? Can you hear better? Hopefully it's not too loud. Is this too loud? Let me know if it's too loud sounding. Yeah, there was some weird audio thing happening there. Should be better now. Let me know. Is the audio sounding okay? Audio sounding good? Be good to know. Yeah, the echo I think should be gone.
Echo.
I think the echo should be gone now anyways. Yeah. I had 2 mic sources, that's why I decided to mute one. So I think we should be good. Alright, we're gonna be baking some Christmas cookies. It is not too loud. Is it loud enough? I mean, is this a good volume? Are we okay?
Can you hear me now?
Are we okay with this volume?
Can you hear me now?
Moose Tube is here. He says flashbacks of the butterbeer. That was the last time we did although I think we did one making pizza.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No, you did a video, I'm pretty sure.
The volume is good. All right, everybody.
Oh, see, this is where all the real people are. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're making 2 types of cookies here this evening. Both are, they're not like secret recipes, but they are family recipes that we've been using. You can see the recipe here. This is a photo my mom took. You see how old and like stained up it is. See these recipes here. So we're making peanut butter blossoms, which I'll probably make first. Those are your classic peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss that goes in the center, which means that's right. Which means I'm gonna have to
Would you like me to do that?
do a whole bunch of Hershey Kisses. Yeah.
Sitting here.
So if you wanna, well, we can leave those ones because I have.
Yeah, just give me a real bag. Or a bag.
We've got
I'll put
4
them in
bags.
This beautiful bowl that Marnita gave me.
Of Hershey Kisses.
Just hand me. Oh gosh.
There you go. All right. I've already baked 2 different types of cookies so far today. I'll go ahead and show those off to you here.
The chocolate ones are the best ones that you've made so
So here we go. So we have 2 types of cookies. This is just a chocolate chip cookie with some butter scotch bits in it. And this is a double chocolate cookie with marshmallows. So I touched those, but that's okay because my hands are clean. Anyway, we have.
Those are cookies or those for the
These are for the church. There's no cookies. There are no cookies for us.
What about the ones that I ate off the tray?
Well, those ones were for you, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're making cookies for the neighbors, and we're making cookies for a church thing that we have going on.
Because apparently Annie wants to be neighborly for whatever reason.
Tomorrow night, our church, we're having a little caroling session and eating some Christmas cookies because we don't have to wear masks as long as we're eating or drinking actively. So we're all going to be eating lots of cookies and drinking actively.
Wait, so it's not going to be like a regular service?
For the evening service?
Yeah.
No, it's just a Christmas carol sing-along.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Yeah. All right, so I always wanted to have my own baking show, and I'm going to go ahead and start my baking show now. I use a completely different persona when I'm baking.
He does. It's so strange. This is what he was doing before we were dating even.
So here we go. All right, everyone. The show's going to go live in 3, 2. Hi there, everybody. It's me, Ben, and we're baking with Ben.
Just be quiet because there's a kid upstairs that needs to sleep.
There's a kid upstairs that needs to sleep, and there's a kid inside your hearts that needs to learn how to bake.
How did we go from 14 people to 6 people?
Yeah, people saw I was baking, and they're like, this sucks. Anyway, so we're going to be baking some peanut butter blossoms, so I need to get 1 3/4 cups of flour, but we're doubling everything. So we have to double everything here. So we'll go ahead and do that. I do have a KitchenAid over here.
My KitchenAid.
But I'm not going to use the KitchenAid. I don't think I need to use the KitchenAid for this one. I can use the good old-fashioned electric mixer here. But I do need to rinse this bad boy out.
Yeah, you do.
Just full of chocolate cocoa.
I should be drinking my tea.
Give it a little scrub. Scrub diddly up.
Scrub diddly up. Scrub diddly up. Scrub diddly up.
There we go. Give a little rinse out here. Alright, so we're going to put our bowl right here. So we need to put in, as I said, 1 1/4 cup of flour, or 1 3/4 cup of flour. But like I said, we're going to double everything. So that's going to be, 3.5 cups, I believe. So 3.5 cups of flour coming our way. I'm probably going to check that math, because I'm really not very good at math. So when it comes to this,
2.5 Moose Tube says.
3.3 1/4. It's got to be 3 1/4. That's what it is. It's going to be 3 1/4, I think.
Moose raised his arms. Like
3.5.
Shannon G says 3.5.
I'm going to have to look it up. 1.
Tara says my mom does all the baking.
1 3/4 times 2. That's what I need to do. All right, that's going to be 3.5. Yes, 3.5 cups. So I was correct. All right. So let us get our measuring cup.
LOL, just do 1 3/4 and then do it again.
I know, but then takes so much time. Where's that? There it is. This is what I need. Right hither. I want to use this for
maybe
flour.
what I should have asked for Christmas, like my brother's girlfriend, is that to get like a whole new set of measuring utensils that actually,
a 2.
because some of them are like, is that a 1/2 cup or is that a 1/3? I don't know, because the handle's broken for whatever reason.
A 3, and then I could do a 1/2 cup, or I could just eyeball it. Because here at Ben Baking with Ben, if it looks good, we put it in. Looks good. All right. So.
Is that?
What? Good enough construction?
No, I was gonna say, is that why you married me?
Please don't. Please don't. This is a G-rated baking show.
I didn't realize until I was gonna say it. I was like, oh wait, hold
You're
on.
trying to turn it into an R-rated show.
No, that's Spinolio's fault.
I'm going to have to ask you to not. All right, so we doubled that. Now let's see what else we have going on here. We have, make sure I stay on the right recipe. We're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking soda, which I have right here. We got 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I've got my teaspoon right here.
Buffy Summer says, oh boy, eyeballing doesn't work for baking. That should be fun.
Oh, it does.
No, that's usually just cooking. You eyeball.
1. Oh.
And then Moose Tube agrees and he says this.
Nah, it'll work out. I'm a professional baker.
Yeah, remember what happened last time when you made something in front of everybody?
The butterbeer?
Yeah.
Well, I followed that recipe to a T. That wasn't my fault.
I saw somebody make it today, and they just put all the ingredients right into the soda.
That wouldn't work though, because they had me heating stuff up and boiling it.
She was like, forget that.
All I know, I only can tell you and attest to my baking acumen. I've baked many of things that have turned out delicious.
You baked many things, but you can't cook.
I can cook. What are you talking about? I can cook.
You don't use any spices.
I cook you plenty of meals.
When was the last time you cooked me a meal?
Yeah, the other day.
When?
Took you to Panera. All right, this says half a cup of sugar, so we're going to go ahead and
says,
double that.
my baker's heart is hurting without leveling the cups and teaspoons. I agree. This is...
You don't need to level cups and teaspoons when it comes to flour. That's silly.
Pesto says, whisk the eggs with a claw machine claw.
Guys, I know what I'm doing. Have some faith. All right, we need to get a cup of sugar, so I'm going to rinse
That's what
this
Christmas
out.
is all about, right? Faith?
It's about Jesus.
Well, that's not what the guy on Polar Express says.
You mean Tom Hanks?
That's not really Tom Hanks. I mean, yes, the guy who plays him is Tom Hanks, but no, that's not his actual name. Did they even give the conductor a name in that movie? Never mind, forget it.
Don't know. He's just the conductor.
Shannon, what's the chances he actually sifts all the dry ingredients? He won't. You know why?
I don't have a
Because
sifter.
he doesn't even know what a sifter is.
I know what a sifter is. I don't have a sifter, but I will whisk all these dry ingredients together. And yes, I will keep them separate from the wet ingredients. Actually, I won't, because this recipe that my mom calls for doesn't tell me to do that.
I know this recipe is forgiving, but oofta.
Half a cup of brown sugar, packed. Everyone.
Don't worry, Moose. I'm right there with you with Polar Express. I can't stand Polar Express. It's creepy. Creepiest movie out there. Next to the Nightmare Before Christmas. What's the other one? The Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey.
You don't like the Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey?
Did you just put the sugar in there too?
Yes. This is exactly what the recipe calls to do. It just says put all the ingredients into a bowl, mix them, and then bake.
Do you at least press down the
Yes, that's how
brown
you
sugar?
pack it. Oh my goodness. You guys, it's like you think I've never baked before. I have my own baking show. I'm live on YouTube with my baking show right now. Come on, everyone. Have a little faith. I'm a professional. Rachel Ray taught me everything I know. Pioneer woman. And my mother.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
That's exactly how this works. Have some faith, children.
This is why...
I do all the baking in this home.
That's not true.
I do 80% of the baking in this home. Yes, I do.
That's because you're making it for Ryan, his lover.
Hey, and he's never told me I've baked anything bad.
That's because his wife won't give him any sugar goods. Sorry, Jess, if you're watching this now.
Alright. That's nice and packed. Beautiful. Just like that.
You really just need to be more quiet.
I'm very quiet. Orson's not going to wake up, I promise. Alright, everybody. Sugar goes with wet ingredients. Guys, I'm telling you, this all goes together. The recipe calls. I've been using this recipe for
you know why
8
it's that way?
years.
Oh, you know why it's that way? It's because it's like a sandy type cookie, so it's kind of like supposed to be that way.
Don't worry, these other cookies I just made, everything was separate. The flour and the baking soda and everything else, the salt, was all sifted together. That was in one bowl, and then I slowly integrated it and mixed it in with the wet ingredients. But this recipe, it just says combine all ingredients except the candy.
Explain to them what the recipe is.
And
So maybe
I said it's peanut. I told them it's the blossoms.
Well, some of them have just arrived.
Yes, this is the peanut blossoms. Everything goes together in one bowl. That's it.
And you have to use the cheapest peanut butter because otherwise it doesn't taste good. Apparently.
Supposedly.
But I could care less about these cookies anyway.
All right, so now I need a cup of Crisco, which I have.
If this works, then my whole life has been a lie.
It is. I'm telling you, these will turn out wonderfully. I think. All right, we got our Crisco.
Is it the same recipe that you use every year, or do you come up with a new recipe every single year?
Me?
Yeah.
This
is your mom's recipe.
This is my mom's recipe, which is the one that I was using, and then I lost it, and then I used the one that was just on the back of the thing.
I don't know how you use recipes.
Well, I just used the one that was on the back of the thing. It didn't turn out as well.
Well, that's Hershey for you.
Okay, I've lost an important utensil.
Which one?
The one for the scraper, the rubber scraper. I had it earlier today.
Is it in the sink? No, it's not in the dishwasher, sweetheart. If you had it, it's not in the dishwasher. It's right here.
Oh, thank you. Rubber scraper. Thank you, assistant.
Just tested my sugar. It's already 40 points up. Just watching.
Well, this is double batch. I think it's supposed to make 6 dozen.
Shannon G says, "Why don't I believe you?" If I had more time, maybe I'd make more goods, but I feel like every time I try to make something, it just doesn't turn out proper, just because I don't know. One year I made zucchini and it was just too hard and dense because the weather wasn't good and it has to be perfect. The weather has to be perfect. And then I tried making, I tried making scones, but for some reason they just didn't come out good, and I just was so angry about it because they usually come out perfect and they just did not come out good. So I've given up. Leave me to making an au jus sauce off the top of my head, but don't make me bake. Okay, that's the first bag. First bag is done.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many we're gonna need to unwrap, but you know,
We
total.
have to make chocolate crinkle cookies and chocolate covered cherry cookies and molasses cookies yet. Ooh.
See, the chocolate crinkle ones, we have recipe for that, but Annie says those weren't her favorites, so I don't want to make a ton of cookies this year, so I just made.
Doesn't matter. None of these are going to them. To us.
Well, you get to try one of each. I'll save one for you. Just for you.
Dawn baked. She could teach you, Annie. Yeah.
Chris
We
goes
won't
in.
talk about that.
Need a cup of peanut butter. Need 1 cup of peanut butter.
I'll have you know that it was her mother-in-law that introduced her really to her love of baking. Well, not really. Didn't introduce her. She just rekindled her love for baking. So.
As you were baking Christmas cookies.
Yeah. Actually, she didn't bake the cookies. She didn't arrive soon enough to bake the cookies, but you know. She did figure out the icing though, so ever since then, she's been the baking queen. Baking queen.
We have to make chocolate. Oh, someone said with molasses.
Yeah, I already said
can
this.
bake, but not a great cook. Well, I'm busy with my baking show here.
I said it out loud.
I know, but still,
And I said it loud enough so you could hear.
I'm just so busy baking with my
I just
baking
ate a
show.
kiss, so I'm just letting you know. If you're a short one, you can just, you know.
Take one out of the bowl.
Yeah.
There should be plenty, I'm sure. There should be plenty.
Hello, Brandon Little.
Hey, Brandon. Welcome to Baking with Ben.
AKA, only just unwrapping. Ben bakes and destroys the kitchen.
Okay, well, don't worry. I will clean the kitchen before I go to bed.
Will
I'm
you?
going to have a late night tonight.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That I'm going to have a late night?
Yeah.
I'm sure I am. Because I also have to make a video for tomorrow still.
Oh, babe. Why didn't you do that earlier?
Because I was baking cookies.
Oh, that's right. You worked out. Barely worked out, but you worked
What
out.
do you mean I barely worked out? You weren't even there.
No, I mean, like, you didn't have enough time to do your usual. Usually you do, like, 2 to 3 hours.
Hey, it's still an hour.
And I felt bad for being there for as long as I was, so I
Yeah, how long were you there for?
Only an hour and a half.
Oh. All
I
right.
barely made it to an hour and a half. I was like, can I leave now?
We went to we were at the mall the other day, so we went to, not Williams-Sonoma. What is that place called? The cooking place, the baking place.
Yeah, Williams-Sonoma.
Is it? Oh, I thought that was that ladies' underwear store.
No, that's Soma.
Oh, anyway, so we are at Williams-Sonoma, and I asked if they had one of those measuring cups that, you know, pushes up from the bottom that's used for, like, peanut butter and other things like this.
That's like a pampered chef thing.
They did not have any. So I'm still resorting to this technique.
Surprised we don't have our usual people.
Well, it's, you know, it's baking with Ben. Not as fun. And what do you think everyone else is doing tonight?
Baking.
Baking Christmas cookies.
Shopping.
Cookies, probably.
Drinking.
Yeah, did everyone get all their shopping done?
We didn't.
What do you mean?
We didn't get all of our shopping done.
What do you mean?
You still have to get Tony and Ted and Dawn something.
Yeah, but that's just easy. I can go anytime. Besides, I'm not going to see, I won't see Dawn and Ted until who knows when.
Well, Dawn just is on the plane flight home now.
I know, but Ted was saying they might have to go back out.
Oh, really?
Potentially, yeah, who knows. We'll see. Alright, peanut butter is in, sugar's in. Let's see what else do we need to put in here. Hopefully I've been doubling everything. We need to put in 2 eggs
Mom,
and
can I
4
lick the
tablespoons of
bowl?
milk.
No, flush the
2
toilet
eggs.
like everyone else. What? That doesn't make sense. What?
Who's flushing the toilet?
Supposedly is Mom, can
Oh.
I lick the bowl? No,
Like
flush
the,
the toilet
like the toilet bowl.
Huh?
It's like Mom, can I lick the bowl,
I
but
get
it's
it, I
it's
get
like
it.
lick the
Alright,
toilet bowl.
alright. It was always lick the spoon for us, but we never did it because there was a threat that we were gonna die.
From Salmon and Nella.
Nilla! Like that one guy does on TikTok.
Alright, so one of the things that if you ever get, you know, shells in there, don't be afraid to just really just reach in with your hand and just grab that shell right out.
I'm pretty sure they'd all be like, ah, about that too. You need to crack it into a separate bowl so that doesn't happen.
Well, when you have as much confidence baking as I do, you don't really have to worry about this sort of things. Orson's very ready for Christmas.
Is he? He doesn't even know what Christmas is.
When you ask him, I say, Orson, are you excited for Christmas?
But then you ask him
and he's
what
like,
it is.
he's like, yeah. And then today I asked him what it was, and he just touched the tree. He thinks Christmas is the tree.
Well, that's sad. This is
4
very strange.
tablespoons
like one of those
of milk.
Facebook recipes you see all in one bowl. I'm skeptical.
It's gonna be amazing. Don't worry. All right, so 4 tablespoons of milk.
He also shakes his milk before he pours it.
Equals a 1/4 cup of milk. Of course, I shake
Which
my milk.
I think is
I also smell it, just to make sure.
Oh yeah,
You
you have to do that, especially with the way we run into bad milk before up here.
All right, and then we're gonna throw in some vanilla, which I have right here. So we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Fire!
Half teaspoon. There's my 1/4 teaspoon. I know.
She says, I'm sure they'll turn out face palm.
Oh, they will, no doubt. Somewhere in
Over the rainbow.
somewhere in space and time, I have a full teaspoon. Don't know where. So we'll just use a half teaspoon. Oh, I found it.
Good.
It's right here. Here's the teaspoon. So I need 2 of these bad boys.
That don't look like a turkey dinner. What? It's not supposed to be a turkey dinner.
Actually, it is.
Is it?
Watch, that's what my magic does with baking with Ben. I can tell you how to turn these into a turkey dinner.
Hello, Edward420.
It's amazing.
North Carolina.
Well, hello from North Carolina. Welcome to Baking with Ben.
Is it nice and warm in North Carolina? Because I'm already sick of this weather. And we haven't had like a good actual snow except for once.
I tried to snow today, but this
was not
freezing
pretty.
rain or sleet.
Is everyone bringing cookies to church tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm the only one bringing them.
You know what the worst time of the year is?
What's the worst time of the year?
Is when everybody brings their leftover cookies. So like January or whatever, so that we all go back and it goes to the in front of the coffee corner and it's like, I don't want your almond powder, almond extract cookies, Barbara.
Oh, you're a little intense there. All right, so now all we have to do is we just have to mix these bad boys together, and then that's our dough. Simple enough.
Oh, so you're gonna make me jealous of the cookies that you've made compared to the cookies that we're making right now? Oh, man down! Man down!
Start nice and slow. Make sure we get all these ingredients mixed up in here.
-15 here. Where do you live? Massachusetts?
Massachusetts wouldn't be that cold. Maybe Alaska.
Good morning.
Minnesota,
UK.
maybe.
UK. Goodness gracious. Is it morning over there?
Well, good morning in the UK.
Morning and broken. I am from Troy, New York.
That's where it's -15?
No.
Oh.
Jesus. North Dakota is where it's -15.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wouldn't know. It's funny when the passersby ask me about certain places when I'm in New York, and I'm like, I don't know yet, I'm still Pennsylvania. I don't know the area around me.
This is the living room. This is the kitchen.
Literally.
Take a left at the bathroom.
Ben, do you not have a regular mixer? He does.
I do, but I'm making thumbprint cookies after this, so I'm saving the regular mixer for that, so I don't have to clean it out twice.
Nice 50s color for your blender.
Thank you.
That's what that's the same thing that keep. Although I think we slowly transition from that color to
Yeah, this was our color of choice when we were married. We like light blues. Alright, we're going to use a little rubber scraper to scrape off the sides and make sure we get all that good stuff. No, a spatula. Well, Orson has all the spatulas for his guitars. A spatula is the thing that you use to flip hamburgers. This is just a rubber scraper. This is not a spatula.
I like throwback color schemes for kitchens. There you go. So like I said, we're slowly transitioning from...
I mean, we still have I still like the
Yeah.
blues, and I think it still kind of goes with everything. It's
Right.
kind of works with a lot.
Well,
but
that's my color. That is my color. So, I was the only one allowed to use that color in college.
out of the whole college,
No, out of the whole art department, yeah.
you're the only one that was allowed to use blue?
Not blue, that kind of blue.
Wow.
Because apparently, the year that I graduated, or the year before that's when the color trended the highest, and everybody was using that in their designs. So the professor was like, nobody's allowed to use this color, and then there's another color that nobody's allowed to use. I think it was coral. And then she looked at me across the room, she's like, except for you, Ryan, I expect you to use that color. I was like, what? Why? Why would I have to use that color? And then I looked down, and my purse was that color, my sunglasses was that color, I had a shirt on that color, my backpack was that color, my phone was that color. Like, okay. Robin's egg, Robin's egg blue slash, even if I went a little bit more towards like the green bluish color.
All right, I think we're almost mixed up. How many are in a bag?
I don't know.
It should say if you do the serving size on the back and do all that math.
I don't want to do the serving size. Got 9 servings, 7 pieces.
times 7 isn't 36.
Wow, okay,
9 times 7 would be 65? No, 66. 64.
Well, see, you don't even know.
I'm not good at math. We've already been over this with the people.
Either, so why did you tell me to do the math?
All right, so there's our dough.
63.
It's too clumpy, says Tara. No, it's not too clumpy because look how soft this is. Once you roll it up in a ball like
You're
this,
supposed to roll it up in a ball.
beautiful. Look at that dough, amazing. Just pop those bad boys right into your.
I only said
Oh
sandy
shoot! Drop that on the floor. Ah,
Yeah,
10-second rule.
I said it was no.
Just
don't
kidding.
you do that.
I'm just joking, everyone. Don't get your cookies in a bunch. It's gonna be okay.
Cat E is here.
Hello, Kathy.
Now that is impressive. Even the scraper is the same color. Actually, it came in a set, and it was in that container thing over there, which is also the same color. So.
All right. So now this says to shape the dough into balls using a rounded teaspoon for each. That's ridiculous. I use my hands. Roll balls in sugar. Place on ungreased cookie sheet, and bake at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes. Now he's laughing because she's 12.
I also laughed the other day when we were singing one song and the A word came up in a hymn that references donkeys.
Yep, you're an adult.
126. So far I have unwrapped 126 Hershey Kisses.
I think, well, what's 8 dozen? Or excuse me, what's 6 dozen? 12 times 6. I think we have plenty.
Thank you.
All right, I've got some sprinkles I use, some sugar sprinkles here. Use these because they're very Christmassy. So I just load up two things.
Moose says way more sugar.
Yes, you roll the dough in sugar.
Yeah.
That's the recipe, folks. It's Christmas. You don't hold back on the sugar during Christmas time.
That's why Emily's only gonna eat one, maybe. I don't know. It's not even my favorite cookie. Is it worth putting in my mouth? I don't know.
I think these are the most Christmas cookies in my opinion. Like, I just feel like everyone makes these for Christmas
we
time.
didn't make those when I was a kid.
Well, your childhood was much different.
Watch what you say. My parents might be in the chat.
I was saying much different. That's all I said. Much different childhood.
Yeah, well, you started out very feminine.
That's a big word, see? Different childhoods. All right.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be behemoth.
Behemoth?
No, behemoth. Feminine? I don't know. What's the word?
I don't know what you're saying. All right, so we take our dough, we roll it up like this, and then all I do is I just drop it in here. I just shake this thing around a little bit, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Not even granulated.
Cookie.
It's just the stupid. What is it called?
No, these are granulated.
Yeah, but they're sprinkles. The granulated sugar sprinkles.
It's sanding sugar.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they said powdered sugar or granulated.
Oh no, granulated sugar. Yeah, if you're not using like, colored sprinkles like this or whatever, then it's just granulated sugar. So if I run out of any of these, I'll just use granulated sugar to cover the rest of them. But we shall see.
What are we nice one outing? What, because I'm a naughty person? Or because I used a big word?
Both. This is one of those things where it's like you just, as soon as you pop these in the oven, you just start working on the next ones. And it's just a constant in and out sort of thing until all that dough is used.
Can I throw this away?
The tin foil?
Yeah.
Yes, that was for the dough because I had to chill the dough for the double chocolate ones I made.
Spritz cookies. What are Spritz cookies?
Oh, you don't want to know. They are full of Sprit. Not good.
Moose said he used to make those with his mom every year.
Oh, yeah, definitely worth making. Baking with Ben. I teach you all sorts of lessons here in the kitchen. Lesson number 162. When baking, it's very important not to wash your hands.
Ew.
Because the natural oils of your hands make the cookies 10 times better. And that is how COVID started.
Is it also how the Greeks and the Romans used to scrape off the sweat and save it in a vial so that they could inhale it and put it on their skin because it is natural oils.
That's where essential oils came from, kids.
The ones you press out metal tube. Oh yeah, that's the one. Those are the ones that we failed at. My mom and I failed at.
That's what you need, those Pamper Chef things where they have the...
It was an old one.
stuff.
Like, it was from my grandparents' house. It was not Pampered Chef, that is for sure.
All right, before I pop these in the oven, I'm going to make sure that I have another baking sheet ready to go here. I'm going to use this one. It's covered in goodies.
Can I move these to, like, the table?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I'm starting to feel lost. What happened to this cookie? These poor people are going to get a broken chocolate cookie.
Don't put your hands all over their cookies. When's the last time you washed those hands?
I just opened up a bunch of these, okay?
Gross.
I just
All right.
washed my hands.
These go in for 10 minutes, give or take.
So the guy who's like, never wash your hands.
Our oven's a little finicky when it comes to that. So we'll start with 10 and then we'll see if it needs less or more.
We sure we're gonna have enough cookies to actually fill these containers? These containers are huge.
No, I wasn't trying to fill them. I just wanted something that they were like, I think they were $2 at Wegmans, so that's why I got them.
And should I make like a Christmas card for everybody? Like a, what you call a Christmas
Well,
card?
I was going to, because it's like a non, like invasive way of inviting them to our Christmas Eve service. I was gonna like maybe write something up and just say, here's some cookies and put a little thing in, that they're invited to the Christmas Eve service. They wanted to come, because everyone I feel like a lot of people, even on Christmas Eve, will look for some place to go. So maybe because they know us and they like our cookies, maybe if they taste good. That's what I was thinking.
You might be giving somebody something who has a peanut allergy.
Well, then they probably won't make it for the Christmas Eve service.
What's going on here? Yes, that is a gas stove. I prefer a gas stove, just because that's how my grandfather used to cook. Because he had a gas stove. So. Oh, Mom's here.
Uh-oh.
Now you have to behave and not say anything bad about her now.
I was behaving.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say anything bad. I just said we had different
I'm
childhoods.
kidding. Gosh. The old Spritz press is probably worth a mint. They're very collectible, especially if you have all the dies.
Ooh.
Which I'm pretty sure Mom still has it somewhere. And is that the extra love a mother gives to the children?
Yes. Yeah, I was going to get the rubber, either parchment paper or the rubber mats that you put on the thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I never remembered to get them. So I've been doing it this way for ages, though. I mean, the pan that's in there now should be pretty good because it's like a non-stick. This one is better than the one I didn't use. So I think they should come off here fine, but we will see. Sometimes they do like to stick to the bottom, but we'll see what happens.
Ben, are you bringing any Christmas message this year? Stream it?
I'm not doing the Christmas Eve service this year because the other pastor is here. Last year he wasn't here for Christmas. That's why I did the Christmas Eve service. But he is going to be there, and actually we're going to be on vacation. So we'll be there for the Christmas Eve service just because that's something that we think is important. But I will not be doing the message, but we will be streaming it. So if you're interested, if you can't get out and you want to watch one, you can follow the First Baptist Church in Memphis YouTube page, and you can watch it that way.
I got parchment paper, I'm pretty sure, but it was like every time I baked with it, it smelled waxy. I don't think I got the right thing.
That was wax paper.
Yeah, that's why.
Parchment paper, wax paper are much different. Wax paper should not go in the oven, I don't think.
Captain Namco's here.
Hello, Captain Namco.
I do have a press in the old cardboard box with the dies. Well, there you go. If you need money, then you can steal it from my parents.
Nice. All right, so here's the debate that's going to come up. When these cookies come out of the oven, my recipe says to immediately press the chocolate into the center of the cookie. However, I've had mixed, like sometimes it's good, but sometimes it just crumbles and falls apart too much. So sometimes I let it cool for like 2 minutes before I press the Hershey Kiss in. What are your guys' thoughts?
Put it right in.
Should we, as soon as I take them out of the oven, should we start pressing the kisses in, or should we wait like a minute or two, let it cool slightly, and then put them in? You're right, Buffy.
It is 9:25 right now. Probably means Mama should go to bed soon.
Oh no, we're one off. We'll never be able to do it right. Sorry, that's as good as it's gonna get.
Shannon G says we always put them in immediately.
All right. Well, we'll see how these bad boys go. It says on the timer 5 more minutes. We're kind of at a standstill here because I'm only using these 2 baking sheets. So we'll wait for these to be done. In the meantime, I'll clean up my area a little bit. Could start making the dough for the other ones, the Thumbprint cookies. And that one I will be using the...
And guys, if Ben's baking is really bringing you that much like stress, you can always go to the Bible app and read Finding Peace, the devotional.
Is that what you do after you have to live with me
No,
every single day?
My notification came up.
All right, let's see here. So we're gonna put in the butter. So I need...
Not that old.
a
It
cup of
belongs to
butter.
Herb's mom. Then it should be pre-World War II then.
I'm just gonna double this recipe too. My mom said my mom's like, normally when I make the Thumbprint cookies, I quadruple it because they're just so good.
Oh jeez.
I'm like, yes, I know, but I don't need that many. So
I'm just gonna eat all the gummies that are here since you took those other gummies.
I did double this recipe.
It's not like the zuccherini where, for whatever reason, that recipe is multiplied by 3 or 6. I don't know.
Well, but you guys make it for so many people.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
They're
that's
so
what
good and they're
this
so
is
tiny.
like. We could make it for a lot of people, or we could. I think I've doubled everything, and there's been just enough to fill up all of the containers. So I don't think I need to do any more than double.
My recipe, we bake 8 minutes, then put the kisses, and then bake again for 2 minutes.
Interesting. That's not what my recipe says, so I reject your recipe. Who said that? Shannon? Sorry, Shannon. Well, actually, we'll see. Let's see how these ones turn out, and maybe I'll give that a try. Might as well interact with some of your own home baking tips.
Is that what this is? A potion? A love potion?
Could be. Felix Feliz. All right, so I got 1 cup of butter in the stand mixer. Now I need to add in the sugar and cream those together. So that's going to be 1 cup of brown sugar. I'll get that in there.
So not pre-World War II. Okay. My bad. I am gonna find a wall.
Stand against it?
Well, I'm gonna put my legs up and stretch.
Okay, I'm just gonna go stretch.
I'll be right here.
All right, so you guys can't see, but I'm, as we're waiting for these to go, I am simultaneously beginning to make the dough for the Thumbprint cookies. My mom was telling me that she has never seen, like, someone else, not that it's like a secret recipe, but she's never seen someone make Thumbprint cookies as like a regular sort of,
Italian recipe.
the Thumbprint cookies? Well, she says she's never seen anyone else make them.
Liquid luck potion, that's what it was. I am so tight. Oh.
Auni is in the other room stretching. So if you hear any gas, that would be her.
I can't hear anything. Where are we going to see Spider-Man on Monday instead?
What, like at night, you mean?
Yeah, let's see what time they have it on Monday night instead.
I mean, that would be fine. Either way works.
Huh?
I said either way works.
Oops.
All right, we got our brown sugar and our butter into the stand mixer. So we need.
Still not enough time.
Well, it's going to be the same both nights, though, right?
Huh?
It's going to be the same both nights, right?
Yeah.
So pick
No,
your.
I think we just wait till we get home.
To watch them when we get home?
Yeah.
But then we got to get a babysitter.
Well, I don't, unless Mom puts Orson down for bed.
All right, our timer is off. Let's open up this oven and take a quick look. Come on. All right. I would say those look pretty okay. All right, so we're immediately gonna press these bad boys in. So let me grab some of these Hershey's. I don't know if you guys can see this, but here we go. Immediately pressing, just like so. Gotta make sure they get down far enough so that way when they cool, they don't pop off the top. The other thing is these take a long time to cool as well.
Tell the person who said that they tagged me on Twitter that I didn't get their notification.
Whoever tagged Auni on Twitter, they did not get your notification.
They might have to follow me first.
So you might have to follow them, or you might have to follow them in order for you to see it.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, we put our timer again. I think 10 minutes was pretty good there, so that is good. Oh, you're right, Moose, I should. Let me set up a little area here where I can move them. I guess I can just put them.
The arcade couple, that's why.
Oh, okay. I haven't been on Twitter much today, so.
Yeah, because Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're trying to stay off social media because we don't want to be spoiled at all for Spider-Man. Your mom's gonna make some.
Biscotti's the best.
Your mom's gonna make some biscotti.
Yeah, it's literally the one that I made the other day.
Well, there you
So
go.
She probably makes it better.
Twist the cookies when embedding them in. I mean, I'd push them down pretty far, but I'll give that a try. I'll twist them. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna let these cool for a little while here, so that'll slow down the process. All right, so now we're gonna go over to our other recipe. Still working on this. Actually, I gotta turn this on to cream these together. So we have our sugar is in there and our butter is in there. And so we're just gonna mix it till they're nice and creamy. So let me get my paddle mixer.
Hey, if we go down to Williamsburg at any point so that I can go on Pantheon, we could visit Moose.
Or Rehoboth, right? Isn't he close to that too? To Rehoboth?
Huh?
Alright, so the KitchenAid is going. You can see it over there doing its thing. KitchenAid is going. We're getting that butter taken care of. No, I don't think the Spider-Man movie is going to go to streaming soon because it says exclusively in theaters, so they're not doing that where like they release it to HBO Max. So I think it's going to kind of work like a regular film. They're not going to I don't believe, anyways, that they're going to be putting it out soon. Alright, gotta get a rubber scraper again here and scrape off the sides of the KitchenAid. We'll start that up again. See you, Kathy. Yeah, Kathy, ignore all my tips. my baking show is it's a hoax. It's just for fun. I mean, I know how to bake, but this is just for kicks and giggles. We used to have the teens over. Well, we still do. We have the teens over to make pies, and we used to have them over for Christmas cookies too, but we're not doing that this year. And I always used to pretend that we were on a baking show because it's something that me and my brother did for a little bit. And when I would say, then you throw them in the oven, I would literally take the baking sheet with cookies on it, and I would throw it into the oven. So, just a good time, a lot of fun. All right, we're gonna carefully put these onto our thing. Look at that, these coming right off there, no problem. Beautiful. Here you go, here's the test, folks. You see that? Nice golden brown on the bottom. That's what you want to see. That's what we're going for. So I think that 10 minutes is pretty exact. I cannot hear you. I still cannot hear you. All right, what'd you say?
I said the best taste is in my mouth.
Oh, congratulations. All right, how much time do we have left on our thing here? Oh, we still got 5 minutes, so that should give us enough time to hopefully load this baking sheet up with some cookies. Yes, we will give Auni one of these, and she will be able to be the taste tester and let us know if they actually taste okay. Beautiful. We watched the Lifetime Christmas movie today. Hallmark, excuse me. We don't have Lifetime anymore. And actually, we just switched over to YouTube TV for live TV because Hulu was just way too expensive and it was always buffering. It was just a pain. And then Hulu, or YouTube, no longer has access to any of the Disney channels. So ABC, no more. The Disney Channel, no more. ESPN and affiliates, no more. I know, but they, I think they're trying to work it out, but they're lowering our price because of it. So it's going to be $15 less per month because they haven't been able to reach an agreement with Disney. Hopefully they will, though, because ABC has good, you know, like Christmas movies on, or local, just good local station to have. Just haven't been able to find like a not super expensive, really good live streaming TV service, because we don't get, we have Fios for internet, but they don't offer TV out here, and it's more expensive anyways than the streaming, so don't know. Yeah, I think they will, Moose. I just know that right now it's not available. Where be my cookie? Oh, you want me to bring it to you?
What do you think? I'm stuck on the floor.
Oh, you're still on against the wall? Oh.
I'm very stuck.
All right, everybody. Well, let me get these. Let me wait till this next thing goes, and then I'll give this to you. That way these can cool a little bit so you won't burn your tongue or anything. Got some like clumps of brown sugar that won't break up. It's like rock hard. That's all part of the process though, folks. All right, those ones should be beeping soon. We're running out of green sprinkles, so we'll have to switch to we'll finish with the red and then we'll switch over to the regular granulated sugar for the rest of them. These always make a decent amount too, which is nice. Even just doubling the recipe that I have, it makes a good amount of cookies. Oh, this is gonna bother everybody. I put another red one instead of a green one. Would have been perfect. Oh well. It's not worth it unless I burn my mouth on Christmas cookies. To bake some cookies, you need to break some eggs. That's right. Wise words from Moose. Okay, I'm gonna bring Auni a cookie. I'm gonna bring her this one. That looks pretty good. That's got a nice toasty bottom. So I'll bring it to Auni. We'll get the report here in a moment. Where'd you go? Oh my. There you go.
Thanks.
Hopefully it tastes good.
Oh, it's not putting it on now.
Auni says it's melting in her mouth. And what is it? Is it good?
Yeah, it works.
It works. I'm gonna try one myself here, just one. Delicious.
Much better than last year.
Much better than last year. I don't think I used Crisco last year. I think that was a big difference too.
You also didn't use it for proper peanut butter.
True. Mmm. Thumbs up. These are good. Exactly how I remember them as a kid. That's why I do the red and green sprinkles, because that's what my mom did. And it's like nostalgia. So, very good. I'll definitely have to let these cool though. So, wonderful. This is about to go off, and then I'll get those put in there, and we will we'll switch over. I'll do the next steps for the Thumbprint cookies, which is over in the KitchenAid stand mixer. So let me get these out. We'll put the kisses in. All right. Those look pretty good. Here we go. Sometimes I give a little twist when I put them in. All right, I've twisted, pushing and twisting. Can you point your finger and do the twist? All our life is anymore is the Wiggles.
All your life.
All my life is just the Wiggles. That's all I do.
My arms are too short for this.
To eat a cookie?
No, to do this stretch.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second time in a row I just grabbed a handful of Hershey Kisses and it happened to be the exact amount. That's incredible. You see, with baking with Ben, when you're as skilled of a baker as Ben is, you never grab the wrong amount of Hershey Kisses. And even if
grab the wrong amount next time.
Even if it is the wrong amount, it's the right amount. All right, let's put this back in.
Sounds like a very pastoral thing to say.
Well, I am a pastor. All right, there's 10 minutes on the clock. Start that, as Moose would tell us to do. We'll move our baking sheet off the oven so it cools a little quicker. Okie doke. All right, now I'm going to start on next steps for... Yes, John, the KitchenAid is there. Not enough kisses. Grab another. Too many. Eat. You're right. That happens. We have plenty though. We have two other unopened bags and then a whole other stack of them. Okay. So we've done that. Now we need to add the vanilla. So we are going 2 teaspoons of vanilla into the thumbprint. That's pretty much all of the recipes I've just done today. They've all been 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So. All right, so we'll mix that vanilla in real quick. Okay, very good. The thumbprints get filled with, it's just melted chocolate. You melt some chocolate chips and you just pour that, you make a little well, you thumbprint obviously, into the cookie, and then you just pour some melted chocolate, and then the chocolate hardens inside of the cookie. They're very delicious, quite good. They were Aunie's favorite cookie that my mom made last year for Christmas. Is that correct, wife?
I guess.
She says she guesses.
I wouldn't know until I actually tried the cookies that she's gonna make.
Alright, so now we need to sift together our flour, our salt, and looks like that's it. We're sifting together our flour and our salt. I think, Buffy, it's the same sort of thing. Like you could put any filling you would want in them, but this is actually, here's the ingredients for the filling. It's chocolate chips, Crisco, a little bit of Caro syrup, a little bit of water, and vanilla. That's what we have down on this. So it's like a thick chocolate that goes in the center. Okie doke. So I gotta get 3 cups of flour, that's double, and 2 teaspoons of salt. Those are the only dry ingredients sifted together. Very good. Judy should have a baking show, you're right. She bakes. That's what, growing up, we always joke, my other brothers, they joke that growing up, we all have sweet tooth because that's all we ever ate, was just sweets, because my mom loved to bake. She cooked a lot of food too, but she loved to bake. Still likes to bake. I don't think she bakes as much because there's not all of us at home, but I think around the holidays she does some good baking, so. Yeah, but I think that was for something, whether it was because we were coming or because she was taking them somewhere. But
no, it was because we were all coming and we all had different allergies.
Oh, that's right. All right. We're just going to use this smaller bowl for our dry ingredients. They should all fit in there. So we'll get our 3 cups of flour. I'm going to fill this up first. Got some Wegmans all-purpose unbleached flour enriched with livers of cats. Uh-oh.
What?
Nothing.
What's the matter?
It's all good. Good night, Tara. Have a good night. Nice Corningware Pyrex throwback pattern bowl. Yep, that's what a lot of our stuff is, Pyrex. Well, I put the flour in the thing, but I think there's too much flour, so now we're going to have a predicament.
Just take some out and put it back into the bag. Oh, you mean into the bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's okay. I got this under control. I don't know if you guys can see this at home. Here, let me do this for you. we have a predicament here, folks. We have too much flour for the bowl, I think.
That's not good. It's gonna make the cookies tough.
No, for the bowl I'm putting the flour into. All right, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So we'll figure that out. We'll scoop some out and put it elsewhere. Allie, what are you doing on the floor?
I'm stretching.
She's stretching. No, someone asked.
Oh.
Not me. Someone in the chat asked.
No, I'm stretching. I'm doing my nighttime stretch.
Allie's doing her nighttime stretches. This is the first time she's ever done it.
No, that's not true. You don't even see me when I do them usually.
Oh. Where do you normally stretch then?
Down here.
Am I...
basketball. Or
Oh.
we were at church.
Deborah Russell is here. Hi, Ben and Allie. Cheers from Australia. Nearly 1 p.m. here. Getting hot here. How cold is it there? Love your cookies.
It's 43 degrees outside.
43 degrees outside.
Maybe not now, it isn't, but...
No, I don't sift my flour. I don't have a sifter. What do you guys think I am? A baker? Get out of here.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Yeah, it's a problem.
That is a problem.
It's a problem.
Why don't you just put it into a plastic container?
Yeah, that's a smart idea. We got to be getting close to our timer here. About 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go. All right. This is going to be a mess. I'm going to make a mess. I just know it. I'll give you the play-by-play of what's happening here, folks. I'm currently taking a scoop, scooping out flour that would otherwise be all over the floor. That's okay. It will still get all over the floor on the counter, but I'm going to be cleaning. I'm going to clean up my mess tonight. I'm going to stay up into the wee hours of the morning and make sure the kitchen's clean for tomorrow. That way, Allie doesn't feel overwhelmed by my mess. But at least there will be cookies. Alright. There we go. I'm pretty sure this thing that we got, the flour thing, holds like one regular sized bag of flour. That's it. Just a mesh strainer. Do you need a sifter so Orson will have something to help with? Yeah, probably. If there's no mess while baking, is it really baking? I think the answer to that question is no. No, it is not. Alright. Let me double check to make sure I'm putting in the right amount of cups. 3 cups. 3 cups of flour is what I need. 1. 2. And this will make a tray. 3. All right. I think we are all done with flour for the evening. So we can put that aside. I just made just a small mess, that's all. Alright, so for the thumbprint cookies, here I have got my flour in this bowl. Now we just gotta add just a couple, 2 teaspoons of salt. Now, my mom's thing, when she bakes, was that if the recipe calls for salt, she never adds the salt, because she says everything else has enough salt. But I've been putting salt in the things. I've gone against my mother's wishes.
Especially since they always complain about that on baking shows.
Yeah, I mean, salt enhances the flavor.
Yeah, which there's a necessity for salt.
So I've added my teaspoon of salt. Now we'll get our whisk. And we'll go ahead and whisk these things together here. We have to get our cookies out first, though. By golly gee. All right, here we go. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I forgot to take those off. My bad. Okay, I just grabbed a random amount again. Let's see if my record holds. I'm 2 for 2 when it comes to exact amount of Hershey Kisses for cookies. Let's see if I can go 3 for 3. Put your guesses in now, folks. Will Ben be 3 for 3? We're about to find out. It's looking close. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, nuts. 1 short. What a doofus. Alright, we gotta take these cookies off now. Yeah, these are coming off nice and easy. That's good. The reason I think I was having such a problem with the other ones, the other cookies I made, was because the chocolate ones that I made had marshmallows I put in them, and the marshmallows were on the bottom sometimes, so it was sticking to the pan. And then the brittle, the toffee bite brittle, and the chocolate chip ones I made, the toffee was sticking to the bottom. So, very good, very good. The peanut butter. See, Moose says the peanut butter and chocolate are already salty, so maybe my mother is onto something. Oh, that's right, those are just sitting. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I have less room than I did before. Alright. Ooh, that was almost dangerous. We'll put it on here for now and then we'll move it. So we're going to run out of green sprinkles, so we'll do red. Doing pretty well with our dough here though. That's good. So what is everybody's favorite Christmas movie? Let's see it in the comments right now. One of my favorite Christmas movies is The Year Without a Santa Claus, because I like the claymation. Well, it's not like, some of it's claymation, but I think most of it's just puppets. You know, it's just stop animation. And then I like the song that I Believe in Santa Claus song. It's a classic. Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Classic. Yeah, I took a home, we called it home goods in school. So we learned how to sew and we learned how to bake. You know, just this is like basic stuff, but still just useful skills to have. That's right, John. It takes so much work though. Like the Kubo and the Two Strings movie, and what was the other one they came out with? There was some other movie they did recently. It just takes so much effort. George C. Scott's Scrooge. Have we seen that one?
What is it?
The George C. Scott Scrooge?
No.
I don't know which version, like which
The
one that
came out last year?
I don't know if that's what it is. It's probably an older one, I think. We've seen so many different versions of the Scrooge, it's hard to see or know which ones are which. We're out of red sprinkles. It's very old. I'm assuming it must be black and white, Moose, I'm assuming. Well, someone said the Grinch. Grinch is good. Rudolph's a classic. From the 80s. Well, 80s isn't that old. I think I got one more cookie covered here out of the green sprinkles. And then we'll have to pour in some granulated sugar. 1984, A Christmas Carol. Ah, we've probably seen that one then. Alright. Gonna take a little bit of sugar. Just dump it into here. Don't need too much because we don't have a lot of dough left. So I have these nice little snow frosted ones. Look at that. It's a Christmas miracle. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Did you see some spoilers?
No.
Good. Well acted. There was a Christmas Carol movie that we saw. It was creepy.
Last year's?
It was that the new one?
Yeah.
I guess a 2020 version of A Christmas Carol. It was dark and very creepy and very, very strange. It had stuff like where Ebenezer Scrooge was like abused as a child and everything. It was really strange. All right. Oh my, almost died. I'm gonna put the oven of the door all the way down. You almost saw me burn myself and fall into the oven here live. But that can happen on Baking with Ben. Okay. I put 10 minutes on the board. .8 out of 10 IMDb 9 through nice. Very nice. Why am I gonna cry? I don't know. Why am I crying? Because I'm sad? Am I sad? Hey Ben, are you sad? I don't know. Alright, these should come off here. We're gonna have to reorganize our cookies to make room for the new ones coming in. Need a little spatula action for these. Let's check the bottoms there. Look at that. We're still doing well with our baking time of 10 minutes. Nice golden brown bottom. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, last year, I don't know what happened, but I used the recipe that was just in the back of the Hershey Kiss bag, and I don't know, they were so crumbly. I even used the stand mixer for them, and they were just way too crumbly. I could barely even get the Hershey Kiss in them. They're just falling apart. So, my sister-in-law said, use cheap peanut butter, not good stuff. I think last year I did use Peter Pan peanut butter. She suggested using cheap peanut butter, not name brand, and that's what I did. I just used good old Wegmans creamy peanut butter, and it's seemed to do the trick. And I don't remember if I had used Crisco last year. I guess I could look at the back of this. Let's see. This says, where's the recipe? Oh, it doesn't. It says for full recipe, go to recipes.hershey.com. It just says bake the delicious peanut butter cookie. Well, that doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do. Unbelievable. All right, well, before we go back to our other cookie, let's just get these new ones rolled up on this baking sheet. Over the Christmas miracle, you're right. Nothing gets me more emotional than a good Christmas miracle. Yeah, we finally got our car back. So we're back driving the Equinox now. Seems to be running pretty well. Still have to go get it inspected. I wonder if I can do that. Well, I think we said Monday. I could go Monday in the morning and get it done. I had to drive it 100 miles before I get it inspected because of the check engine light. So nice to have that back. I watched Turbo Man the other day with Orson. I got up with Orson, came downstairs, and I wanted to see if the Turbo Man movie was on demand anywhere, and it was on the free Samsung Tubi app or whatever that we have with our TV. And Orson sat on the couch with me for the whole hour and a half that the movie is, and only in the last half hour did he like stand up and he played his little guitar spatula. But even then, he still was like watching. So the first hour, he just sat there and watched. It was incredible. The Turbo Man, he's a big fan. And every time someone got like hit or one of the characters got injured or whatever, he was always like, uh-oh. It was good fun. Ooh, It's a Wonderful Life is good. White Christmas is good as well. The Thin Man starts out a Christmas. Would that count? Don't know, I've never seen it. That's like his Die Hard a Christmas movie? Is Harry Potter a Christmas movie? It has Christmas. They're always celebrating Christmas, it seems. Alright, so we'll put that one on there. I think we got enough to probably make another probably another half dozen cookies, I would say. So we'll set that off to the side. So this is ready to go for that next batch. We'll continue with the mixing of our flour and salt here. Our dry ingredients to mix into the KitchenAid mixer for the Thumbprint cookies. Okay, so we mixed our dry ingredients. Least favorite Christmas movie, Love Actually, Don't At Me, I'm Not Budging. I don't think I've seen that one. Is that the one that has like all the famous people? Like doesn't it have, I don't even know who's in it other than the guy that played Snape. He's in it, I think. Alan Rickman. I think that's the one. Anyway, they have so many of those where it's like, all these different stories and love stories. That's just strange. I don't get that phenomenon for Christmas. Okay, so now we need to add that in, and then we're going to add in the milk, and then we have to chop up some chocolate chips. So let's add this into our stand mixer. Then we'll dump 4 tablespoons, which is a 1/4 cup of milk, and then we need 1/2 cup of chopped chocolate chips. So I'll have to get the little chopper grinder thing out. Off to bed, says Roland. Well, have a good night, Roland. Crazy that it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I can't think of anything better for you to be doing with your life than tuning in to an Arcade Couple live stream where Ben is baking at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, man, I can't sleep. What should I do? Oh, baking with Ben. It's an amazing thing. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Christmas Story is great, Shannon. That's like a tradition. Gotta watch it every Christmas Eve. Alright, I'm slowly adding in the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients for these Thumbprint cookies over here. Gotta scrape down the sides first though, because it's clinging to the sides. Not enough to hold it together yet. Got a couple minutes left before our other cookies are ready to come out of the oven. What else y'all saying over here? Scrooge booked Bill Murray. Oh, fudge. Oh, I didn't say fudge. You're probably right, Moose. I feel like it is because I don't think my mom likes it and Allie doesn't like it. But definitely my two brothers and my dad. It's just like a tradition. Every Christmas Eve or like Christmas morning, it's on the TV. We're watching it. It's a great movie. A lot of good quotes from that movie too. Meet Me in St. Louis is a Christmas movie? Why? Just because Judy Garland sings that Christmas song? I don't know. That's a tough one. It's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard is. Fragile. Going to bed? Alright everyone, Annie's going to bed, so we have to do our nightly kissing routine, but we'll do that off camera. Just kidding. Love you.
Love you too.
I will be up late, because I gotta clean all this up and still gotta go out there and do that.
You don't have to clean this up, sweetheart. No. You don't have to clean it up.
I'll clean it up. I want to make it
I don't want you to be up too late.
I'll be
you still
okay.
have to wake up for like lesson.
I'll be okay.
You sure?
Yeah, right is right.
I'm gonna take it to go with some confidence.
Alright, those are mixed. Our timer just went off, so we gotta get our cookies out of the oven here. Pop these other ones in. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get this right this time. Allie thinks I'm talking too loud. But Orson hasn't woken up yet, so I can't be talking that loud. Alright, here we are. And this time I'm going to be well short. Oh, I am. I've lost my touch. I need two more. Alright, so let's put this batch in, and we got one more round to go. So we'll let these cool a little bit, and then yeah, we should just have one more round to go. Maureen O'Sullivan was another great actress. Ernest Saves Christmas. I've never seen Ernest Saves Christmas, but I hear it's funny. Die Hard's more of a Christmas movie than Gremlins. Hello, Daniel Squires from Rotherham, UK. Thank you for your family for brilliant videos and love your baking, sir. Well, thank you, Daniel. I love your country. I love Boris. What can I say? All right, all of our dry ingredients have been mixed in by the kitchen mixer. So now we need to get some milk and add it. We need a 1/4 cup of milk, so I'll put it in there. Oh. She's got it. All right, here goes our 1/4 cup of milk. Oh my. That's probably close to a 1/4 cup. I spilled a little. Maybe just over a 1/4 cup. That'll be okay. It'll be extra creamy. Okie dokie. And so we're going to mix that in. And then we need to chop up our chocolate chips. So I need to get a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips chopped. Now, Audie's not going to like this because this is going to be loud. All right, so we have our little grinder here, but I think what we can do is I can probably start putting some of these into the boxes, but I think I'm going to try to make just enough room to get these cookies onto here. Yeah, those Hershey Kisses are still so melty. All right. I feel like this is a better stream for like TikTok or something. I feel like TikTok and Twitter streams, you just see people doing random stuff. Like, oh, this guy's baking. I'm going to tune in for 3 hours. Oh, this guy's playing his guitar. I'm going to tune in and listen for 6 hours as he takes requests. I need to get the spatula. John Wayne. Wow. Starting to run out of real estate, so I'm just going to put a paper towel down. Put them on there. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm so glad that these turned out. Last year I just had so many issues with it. All right. So I'll do this quick. I'll chop up these chocolate chips quickly before it gets too loud. Oh, this thing's so finicky. All right, chop and puree. We're gonna want to chop. That's for sure. Once we make sure we're on, it's not going to fly off on us here. There we go. I think that's it. If we're going to die, it's most likely going to be in this moment. So let's all hope for the best. Jacob, hello Jacob Mendez. We are making, right now, peanut butter blossom with Hershey Kisses, and then we're making thumbprint cookies. That's what this grinder is for, this chopper. We got to chop up a half a cup of chocolate chips. So we have some chocolate chips. By the way, these are Wegmans semi-sweet chocolate chips. These are dairy-free. These are the only semi-sweet chocolate chips like this that we have found that are dairy-free, that aren't like, like an actual dairy-free brand. So it's kind of interesting. All right. This looks like about half of a cup. When you're measuring, it doesn't have to be exact. You just say it looks pretty good, and you just go with it. You hope for the best. And if someone says, that tastes like 3/4 of a cup instead of half a cup, you say, well, next time you bake the cookies. And then they do, and then you don't have to bake them, but you still have cookies to eat. Alexa, turn off. Unbelievable. Okay, folks, let's not kill ourselves and let's not wake up Bounty. Wish us luck. All we do is press this I suggest, just so you know, I suggest right now that you you turn the volume down on your thing. I'll actually do you one better, and I'll turn the volume down here as well. So way down volume, I think. Don't want you to hurt yourselves. Here we go. All right, everyone, no need to fear. This isn't working. I really feel like this thing's not sitting all the way on there properly. All right, let's see. That's on there all the way. I just feel like this is not sitting. Oh, there we go. That feels like it's sitting down in there now. And this is... That feels about right. What's our timer doing? We got 1 minute and 32 seconds left for those ones in the oven. And we still have to put the other ones out. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if we can get this to work now. Still does not want to work. As you've been. It's plugged in. Oh, wait. Well, now it's unplugged. That second time was unplugged. Let's try it again. Might be onto something there. I forgot I unplugged it that time. Oh my goodness, what's the big idea? What the heck is going on? It's definitely in there all the way. There's something fishy going on here, folks. Don't know what it is. Nothing is happening. All right, we gotta get these cookies out though. So we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way, I think. Just have to chop them up myself. Let's put this over here. All right. Ooh, nice and golden brown. All right, let's see if we got it right this time. Gotta make sure I save one of these cookies for Orson. He was really upset that I wasn't letting him eat more than what we gave him. Said, they're not for you, son. We're sharing them with other people. I got way too many that time. There's 6 or 7 of them too many. Okie doke. Let's just finish this first here. We'll get these last couple of cookies made, thrown into the oven, then we can focus our attention solely on the Thumbprint cookies, and we'll get those working. Very good, Jacob. Enjoy that Pokemon card opening. You have a very good Christmas, sir. We do have a new video, new arcade video coming out tomorrow. And I think Monday, I'm trying to think what we're going to do Monday. Monday probably won't be an arcade video. Actually, Monday probably won't be an arcade video. Tuesday will be an arcade video. And then Wednesday, we should have another arcade video for you. Wednesday's video might come out pretty late though, because we're going to be driving back from Pennsylvania. And I'm not sure what time. I know, well, we have something we have to do when we get back home. So I'm not sure when that will get posted, but you'll have a video still. We can't give up this close to Christmas now. We've been successful in our posting every single day for 25 days, so we cannot give up now. All right, these are the last ones that need to go in. In they go. Now, we can see if we can figure out what the heck is going on with this. It really is like this is not sitting on here properly. Like it's off. Maybe it's probably hard to see, but it's like not sitting on there the right way. Yes, I'll be careful. Don't worry. I'll be very careful. But you're right. It would be Christmas colors. Okay, that sounded good. Okay, I think we're in business now. Yeah, we're definitely in business. Okay. Let's do this thing. Here we go. Okay, we're not in business. Not even close. What the heck? Oh, we're in business. Sorry, I'll turn. Hopefully she put headphones in though. I'm waiting for the text that says you're too loud. What are you doing? I told you. I think we have them chopped up enough though. I'm just gonna. All right, that's probably good. All right, we won't risk it anymore past that. Whew. Okay, it's so quiet. All right, now you're back up to full volume there. I turned the volume down so that way you guys wouldn't have to hear this thing so loud. So, anyways, but I was saying that Auni was gonna text me and say that I was being too loud, and she texted me and said, "What the heck?" because I was being loud. So, anyway, I expected it. Okay, so now let's figure out what we have to do here. Chop we them too much, the heat generated will start melting the chocolate. Well, can only hope. All right, we need to put these. We put the milk in already, so now we just need to throw in these chocolate chips. And then we're going to mix them, and then we're going to shape them, and those will start going on the cookie sheet. And then we'll make our little chocolate filling for it. So hopefully these bad boys are chopped up enough. They look to be pretty chopped. There you go. So we're just going to dump this into our thing. Sorry, everyone. Yeesh. It's the sound of Christmas. mix these. Give you $5 for a dozen. Well, there you go. There's your dozen. Your dozen right here. You can have that dozen. All right, we'll set this off to the side for now. And we'll go ahead and take these off of the cookie sheet here because we're going to use this cookie sheet to start putting out the dough for the Thumbprint cookies. Hopefully this is making you all salivate. Let's look at our bottoms. There you go, still nice toasty. Nice golden brown on the bottoms. Beautiful. Looking nice. Yeah, not too shabby. All right. I'm gonna eat this one. Quick question, is your top 5, hold on, I'm going to take a knee. Is your top 5 games, Dave & Buster's, to get tickets, of date? And is there any new game machines that gave out, oh my back's cramping, that would give you more tickets? Oh, my back. It really depends, Jacob. It depends on what games you're good at. So, the skill games are always going to be the best to win tickets. Down the Clown, Tailgate Toss, even Crossy Road. I don't think I'd Crossy Road down there. I probably should. So I probably would need to update it, Jacob. But I don't think it would change a crazy amount. Let me just say that. There you go, Shannon. All the ones you're good at. Yeah, they've gotten rid of quite a few games. Tippin' Blocks was a good one, and they had another game too, where it was like a Hummer, and there was like a light that just went across like this, and you just had to stop the light in the center. That one was pretty good. Daniel, Ben, will you do your metal detecting in your spare time again? Daniel, I sold my metal detector because I don't have spare time. I sold it. We were trying to pay off some bills, and we were getting money for the renovations we were doing. And I hadn't used it for a year, basically since Orson was born. I hadn't used it, and I just never have time. And here in central New York, the ground is frozen 6 months out of the year. So I just was like, you know what? This is worthwhile. I think I got like $800 or $700 for it because it was an expensive machine. So I sold it, and I don't regret it. I mean, at some point, maybe when I'm older and the kids are out of the house or something, maybe it would be something to get one and enjoy that again. But for now, this is not a good time. I don't think. We don't have a Dave & Buster's in North Dakota. I wonder what the closest one is for you, Shannon. Oh, those coins are going to go undiscovered. Unfortunately. They will go undiscovered for a long time. Alright, now we can start... Clear some of this gunk off. Now we can start using up our dough. for the Thumbprint cookies. Gotta take my paddle attachment here and get all the extra dough off of it. It really just looks like a chocolate chip cookie dough right now. And that's basically what it is. It's kind of like a vanilla, just a regular vanilla cookie dough with some crushed up chocolate chips, and then you put confectionery sugar. You roll it in that once it's, or I think right before it goes in, perhaps. And then you put in that chocolate concoction. So we'll bring this over and see all that goodness in there. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Don't worry, we're not doing much, just baking with Ben. Here, I should switch, that way you can see it. So all we're doing, let me wash my hands really quick. So all we're doing is making cookies, nothing too fancy. These are the last ones for the peanut butter blossoms. Oops. Grab too many. Grab too many, and we definitely unwrapped. Oh, way too many. That's okay. Easier to access to eat them. Sorry it's been crazy. Becca May says, year before last I made 14 dozen peanut butter cookies with kisses. They were such hit people at work with baking to make them or give them the recipe. I made a few $100 on them. That's crazy. The kids. Yeah, I say plural kids because I could be wrong, but I would assume that by the time they're out of the house, it would be kids. I don't know if Orson's the only one, but for the Chinese New Year, can you do baking with Ben fortune cookies? Yeah, I've never made a fortune cookie. Maybe I should give it a try. I can stuff them with my own fortunes. That'd be good. Moose, I've never gotten into the Christmas card thing. We get a lot of Christmas cards from people at church and stuff, and it's nice and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just not something that I ever think we're gonna do. It's just, I don't know. It's a card. They're nice and they have nice pictures, and Aunie's mom sends a Christmas card with usually a painting she does, and those are really nice. But that's like unique. But most generic Christmas cards you get, and a lot of times they don't even write anything on the inside. They just write their name. It says Happy Christmas or whatever, and then it's just love whoever and whoever. It's like, that's nice. I like getting them, but I'm not gonna go sending them. I don't know. It's just me. Dave, where do babies come from? The stork delivers them. That's crazy, Aaron. Sounds like you live in Detroit. All right, oven's at 375. That's what we want. So I guess we put them in the confection sugar after they come out of the oven. That's interesting. I would have thought it would have gone in before, but I suppose if we did that, that would cause it not to be covered in confection sugar. It would cause it to be more like that chocolate crinkle cookie where they would split. So let me get a bowl of confection sugar together. Hello, Mikey C. Well, see, that's different, Moose. Like if someone writes, and we do get some, if someone writes something or whatever, or it's, you know, it's their own art or it's a unique thing. But a lot of them, they're just generic and they don't write anything. It just says, you know, love whoever and whoever. Which again, it's still nice that they think of us, but I don't know. I've never thought of sending a Christmas card. Because most of the people that I would send them to, I get a chance to say Merry Christmas. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a big Grinch. Alright, so we've got a giant bowl of confection sugar, but that is supposedly for when these come out of the oven. So for now, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to take our dough like this. We put it on, and then we stick our thumb in it like so to make a well. Oh, you can't see that. Let me rotate it for you. So we stick our thumb in it to make a well because that's what we're going to be pouring the chocolate filling into. So we stick our thumb, that's where it gets its name Thumbprint cookie from. Just like so. So these go in for about 10 or 12 minutes, pretty much very similar to the blossoms we just made. So they go in for about 10 to 12 minutes, and then we take them out. We roll them in confectionery sugar because they're all covered in that powdered sugar, and then we will pour our chocolate filling in. I don't know. I should probably make the chocolate filling before I throw these in the oven because I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like an immediate thing, or it gets poured in soon after they come out, or if they're supposed to kind of cool a little bit before that goes in. Because you don't eat them with the chocolate melted. You wait till the chocolate's hardened to eat them. I know that's the thing, John. I mean, I guess maybe that's why. Like maybe there's a lot of family that they just want to see us or see Orson or whatever, and maybe that's why they do it. You know, so it's like, oh, you send out a Christmas card with like a picture of the family. But those aren't the Christmas cards I'm talking about. Those ones we put on our fridge. Like we got one from someone at church, and it's nice we put on our fridge. The Christmas cards I'm talking about are just generic Christmas cards with no message. It's just like Merry Christmas. And it has a picture of, you know, the wise men going to see Jesus when Jesus is a baby, which didn't happen because they didn't make it until he was probably like 2 or 3. But that's besides the point. All right, we'll give this a try. First here, to send cookies. Yes, Mikey, we are doing well. Hopefully you're doing well as well. There was a house fire in my neighborhood. I smelled fire all the way in my room. Oh my, that's crazy. You want to see me make the chocolate ganache? Well, I will. I think I'll put these in because I don't think it takes very long to make that ganache, as you put it. So we'll stick with our 10 minutes because that seemed to work for the other ones. And these are very similar. Ooh, that's cool. Brand new phone. That's amazing. Well, it's not amazing that you're in lockdown, but it's amazing that you woke up and here you are getting a live video of me making cookies. Let's see, melt chocolate chips with Crisco, stir in. It just says fill depression in each cookie. So we need 3/4 cup of chocolate chips, which means we actually need more than that. That's going to be 1.5 cups of chocolate chips we need. Now we have to melt it. Should I melt it on the stove top? Or should I just throw them into the microwave? I think I should melt it in the stove top. Hot. Oh. but we will temper our chocolate. Because we certainly do not want to burn our chocolate now, do we? I'm still going to need this baking sheet, so let me keep it up here. I have so many dishes. Made such a mess. Thanks, Shannon. Appreciate it. Yep, see? Yeah, we're going to do the temper. That way we don't burn chocolate way too much, so we don't want to do that. Should have been used coconut oil instead of Crisco. Kind of the same thing. Oh, that stinks, Aaron. Sorry you can't donate blood anymore. We had a blood drive at our church last week, and I was going to donate, but that was when I wasn't feeling well, so I figured they would not want my blood anyway. What did I say? How many cups did I say of chocolate chips? 1.5 cups. Oh my. By the time I get 1 cup in there, there's going to be 1.5 cups. Oh well, can't have too much chocolate in this scenario. It will mix well no matter what, I think, with the everything else. All right, so we're going to boil that, or we're going to heat that up with the Crisco, and we're going to need, let's see, 1 tablespoon of Crisco, so 2 tablespoons of Crisco, which is 1/8 of a cup. So let me grab that. Okie dokie artichokes. Don't mind me using my finger to get this Crisco out. It's okay, it's all gonna be melted away anyway. Be very, very sanitized. Same texture that coconut, like butter, would have as Crisco, but I don't use Crisco very often. Let's go ahead and get this going. So we'll get that pan over there going, and then we will heat up our chocolate and Crisco on top of it. Get a little shine, is that what it's for? Oh, I see, Aaron, very good. Well, at least you're there for your neighbor. Stinks that the arcade, or that the lockdown's in place again. We were going to open another arcade in the city. I'm an arcade technician. Wow, that's cool. I guess that grand opening will be next month. That's really cool though, Roy, that you're an arcade tech. Just make real cookies and use lard. Just use whale blubber. That's what I'll do. Alright, so we're going to let that heat up a little bit. We're going to melt this chocolate. And then once this chocolate is melted, we stir in water, the syrup, and the vanilla. So let me make sure I have all those things readily available. Alright, here is the vanilla. Water is in the tap. And I got Caro syrup. Carrot syrup. There we go. That's what we need. So we'll add those in. Whale blubber. Must be a Yankee thing. The North thing. New England thing. All right. What are we going to need? We're going to need 4 tablespoons of carrot syrup, which is 1/4 of a cup. So let's just go ahead and fill up our 1/4 of a cup. Now, what's our time left on this? We have 3 minutes left for these cookies to come out. So we're really doing multiple things at once here. We'll see how well Ben does with his multitasking. Amazing. There's a little bit of milk in the bottom of that. That's why that was. Did you play the Big Kahuna Big Wave, Ben? We got it for the new arcade. That thing is huge. Big Wave. It's not a claw machine, is it? I don't think I have played it then. I feel like I've heard of it though. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 2 tablespoons of water. I'll even get the water ready. Alright, there we go. We got our water, we got our carrot syrup. Now we will put in our vanilla when it calls for that. So, have a good night, John. Thanks for stopping in. Let me see if I can move the camera up a little and sideways a little. We'll zoom into the oven. My back's okay, Becca, yeah. I'm fine. Luna, get out of here, you crazy. I already fed you. Oh, almost fell off the counter. Alright, there we go. I'm going to be over by the oven. Mixing that. How much time do we have left? We have 11 seconds left. So before I mix that up, we need to check on our cookies. So let's check on those cookies and see how they're doing. I really hate these oven mitts. They're not good. They're too thick. What happened to the good old oven mitt where you feel like you might burn your hand? But you know it's safe. This might be better. I think those are good. I think 10 minutes is still our sweet spot there. All right, so now we need to mix our chocolate together. I need to clean this off quickly though. So we're just melting the chocolate here and the Crisco together. And the reason why you do this way is because it makes it less difficult to burn the chocolate. So that's why we do it that way. So we're just gently mixing the Crisco and the chocolate together just until it's melted over top of a boiling pot of water. Almost there. Alright, we're going to just turn that heat on to low now because there should be enough heat for it to finish melting. Let's let that sit for a second. I'll bring it over and show it to you. Yeah, I'm not afraid of this one cracking. I think it'll be okay, but it's not on there very long. But it's not very hot. Alright, that should be good. I think we're okay. So here we go. Let me show this to you here. Oh, let me back up the camera, put it back where we had it. There's our well melted, smooth chocolate, no burning whatsoever. So now we just need to stir in these other ingredients. So we're going to stir in our Caro syrup. I'll use this spatula too to make sure we get all that syrup out. The warm spatula will help make sure that we get it all in there. That's going to thicken up that syrup. It's not as thick as a molasses, but it almost kind of turns to that kind of texture, I guess you could say. And we're putting in our water. And then we just need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Actually, it might just be 1 teaspoon. Let me double check. 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You know what? I'm just thinking about something here. This is going to be bad. I should have done the filling. I should have done the filling at the very end. Because this chocolate, if it sits too long, this chocolate's going to harden in the bowl. Right? This chocolate, unless all these other ingredients keep it from doing that, but this chocolate's going to harden in the bowl. So I have to have a way of keeping it warm without burning it. This is a mistake. I've made a critical error. Everyone's like, yes, you did. Oh no. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe I'll keep it. Alright, oh boy. Cover it with a wet paper towel. Okay. Leave it on top. That's what I was thinking, was leave it on top of the water. And that should keep it warm. I just don't want to burn it. But I think we'll be okay, like you guys are saying. So let me do that. But I mean, I can put some over top of this, so we'll do that. Let's leave that in there, that should be fine. There we go, covered it with a wet paper towel. Oh. All right, so now we gotta work a little bit quicker here. So here's our confectionery sugar. We're supposed to just take these cookies here and we're just gonna be tossing them into the confectionery sugar and just making sure that they're completely covered in the sugar, just like that. They just get covered as such. Go right back on. Not much to it. Again, you say more sugar, and we say yes, it's Christmas cookies. Sugar doesn't count during Christmas time. These are cooling pretty quick, so I can probably pour some of that chocolate in there, I would think. I may do this again. I gotta remember to switch my order so you guys can see the finished product here. Good thing I was doing this live. I can get all of your suggestions and reminders of how silly I am. I can say this, I put way too much powdered sugar in this bowl. Does it count ever? Well, sometimes it counts. Hence why I was at the gym today. All right. Got two more. I gotta transfer these other cookies out of here too, because I need counter space to set these ones up so I can reuse this pan. So let's see how this goes. Let me move these cookies out of the way real quick. Hopefully without them all falling onto the floor. Okay. All right, very good. Very good. We'll clean up our area here a little bit. I'll put some paper towels down and we'll transfer these just onto paper towels for now. All right, gotta work a little bit faster. So, all we do, if I remember correctly, we get a spoon. All right, so all we do is we just take a spoon like such, and we just fill the center of the cookie into the well where our thumbprint was. And then that will, that's when we want it to harden. We want that chocolate to harden, and it makes a nice texture against the softer cookie. I think I need to make some deeper wells though for this next batch. That was a little messy. That'll be the one we eat as our test. All right, very good. Put this back just to try to help keep it warm. Yes, I know. All right, so I'm going to transfer these off of here. So I like this baking sheet. They don't stick, so that's good. And hopefully we can get through the rest of this quick enough so that our chocolate doesn't harden or doesn't burn in that bowl. So I'll probably have to keep stirring it pretty well, but we'll see here. We're just turning it into a ball. We're going to make a bigger indentation though for our thumbprint this time. Oh, so hungry for cookies now. I apologize. If you were in the Syracuse area and you wanted to come to our church for the Christmas Eve service, you could, actually not Christmas Eve service, but tomorrow night for our Christmas Carol and Cookie service, you could enjoy some of these cookies yourself. Unfortunately, that's the only chance you'd get them, if that's where they're going. Or if you were one of our neighbors, then you would get some, because we're going to give these out to the neighbors. That was something Auni had suggested to do a little while ago. She thought maybe we should do Christmas cookies for the neighbors this year, because we've had a number of neighbors, getting to know them more and becoming more friendly with them, and helped us out with a couple of things too. So there you go, Moose. There you go. Don't let anyone stop you. That's a little too big. So these cookies are supposed to be about an inch. You make the ball into about an inch. So we'll see. Try to fit a few extras on here just in case that chocolate does mess up. Although I have enough to make another thing of chocolate, so I should have used my brain and said, Ben, don't make this yet. Fingerprint cookie. All right, let's throw these in the oven. Okay, all right, 10 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna stir my my chocolate. Goodbye dieting. Yeah, there you go. If I wasn't 6,000 miles away, sure, I would have got some of that. You're right. There you guys go. See? Yeah, good point. I probably shouldn't worry too much about the chocolate then, but I'll give it a little stir. So, okay, well, while those are in, I'm actually going to use this other baking sheet. And this one was pretty good. So we will put... We'll get these ones ready to go. That way we can just rock and roll here. We don't have to wait as long for those to cool or to roll them in the confectionery sugar. So we will just continue to roll and put our thumbprint in. My mom made a ton of these last year when we were over, all the family was over their house for Christmas. And these were like, I just couldn't stop myself. I kept going back and getting more. They're so good. It's like crack. Not that I've ever experienced that, but I can imagine. This is probably as close as I would get. It was just like you have one and you're like, oh, that was pretty good. And then like every time you walk past them in the kitchen, you just reach your hand in and grab another. Ridiculous. Hello, Bonnie from Manton, Michigan. Becca says she needs to find a church to go to where I live. It mostly Catholic and Jehovah's Witness. Not hating on them, just not what I believe though. Yeah, that's understandable, Becca. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, you know. to find a good, depending on what your denomination is, some are easier to find than others. You can always usually find a Catholic church. I mean, and usually there's a Baptist church or a Methodist church or Presbyterian church or something somewhere, but even, amongst those, and probably Catholic church the same way, they're not all made the same, so you probably have a difficulty getting exactly what you're hoping for, or lining up with what you believe. It's not always as easy as one may think. That's why I encourage our teens. I tell them they need to consider that when they're moving someplace. If they're going to settle down somewhere, even if it is for a job, they need to consider being able to find a good local church to be a part of, and to make sure that there's one in the area if they're really serious about their faith and whatever else, because it would be difficult to not have that, even if you're moving for a job. Understandable, but still put yourself in a rough situation, I think. All right, these cookies don't expand too much when they're in the oven, so I think I can fit kind of an extra row in here, because you put the thumbprint in and you push them down. They already kind of expand, so they don't really get too much bigger. Don't have too much dough left, so that's good. Only have one more batch to put in after these ones go in, so we'll be doing pretty well, I think. Keep moving around in circles. Not sure where to put everything. Oh, so I'm gonna wash my hands. Ooh, starting to feel it in my back. However many hours of cookies I've made so far today, I'm starting to feel it. 5 minutes left on these. Let me take a knee here and check out the chat. Oh, Roy, you still in Pittsburgh, huh? Been a lot of times Dave and Buster's over there. One day there was another arcade celebrity over there, a local meetup, Arcade Matt. Yeah, I know Arcade Matt. He's a good guy. Oreos are just as addictive as cocaine. Ami has, not recently, we haven't gotten them, but she was on a little kick of Oreos for a while where she was trying all the different flavors of Oreos. So that was a good time. Orson's getting so big. How old is he now? He is just over a year and a half old. How about the chocolate? Did someone mix that? Yes, the chocolate, I mixed it. I mixed the chocolate. It's over there staying warm so it doesn't solidify. Zach Ratliff is here. He says, get it, PB. Hello, Zach Ratliff. How are you doing? You're still in Florida, right? I dropped your car off, by the way. We got our car back, Zach, so thank you for letting me use your car. Your car is back at the apartment waiting for you to drive. Although Stephanie took your keys, so if you need keys, talk to Steph. All right, I'm gonna mix that chocolate again, just to make sure we don't burn it, or it's still very nice and runny, so I think we're gonna be okay. All right. These are what we got for the neighbors, so I'm filling up the other cookies here. Of course, she had last night in Florida, coming home tomorrow around 5. Very nice. Well, enjoy your last night, Zach. Looking forward to seeing you and hearing all about your trip. So here's the cookies that I made so far. We got 5 of these containers we're filling up for the neighbors and whatnot. So that's what we got going. So I'm gonna go fill some of these up over by the table. Got 2.5 minutes before these are done. Gotta come over here to steal some now. 9, 10, 11, 12. They're getting a dozen of those peanut butter blossoms a piece. That should be plenty. Although I do need to save one for Orson. Actually, look at that. I have enough to put one more in everyone's thing, and I saved one for Orson that he can have tomorrow. So a baker's dozen. 13 of those cookies, and this one belongs to Baby O. So I'll put that in a special place for him. Did our timer go off yet? 6 seconds, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, let's take these out. Those ones are going out. These ones are going in. Boy, do I have things to tell you. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Syracuse, yeah, it's like 2 hours away from, or like 2.5 hours away from Buffalo about. Yes, ICE. ICE is one of the, no, it's not Baytech. Well, maybe Baytech's out there, but ICE is out there that makes arcade games out in Buffalo. They're the ones that make Down the Clown and a lot of other games, but yeah, ICE is the manufacturer that's out towards Buffalo. Zach, the cookies, we're making cookies for the neighbors, and then Sunday night we're having a Christmas carol sing and cookie fellowship at church. So we're gonna have those at church. So if you were back, I guess you would be back in time to come back in 5, but you're probably gonna be so tired you don't want to come to church. But if you do, there'll be cookies at church if you want them. So that's what these are for. So I'm mixing them up between the two. Some for the neighbors, some for church, one for Orson. All right, let's toss these into our, ooh, that is hot, into our pot. Actually, we need to let these cool. These need to cool down. They're too hot. No, it's ice, definitely ice. Actually, ICE told us, a long time ago, we got to work it out with them still and find a time when we can get over there, but ICE told us that we can tour their facility, perhaps, which I think would be really cool. How cool would it be to do a video like touring the facility of one of the biggest arcade game makers and see like some of the stuff that they do? That'd be really cool, I think. Yeah, Becca, we went there once to the old location when they're in the house. We got some Easter candy like 4 years ago or so, and yeah, they're so nice, and the chocolate was delicious, and we watched their videos on YouTube and stuff. So I've driven past their new location a couple of times, but it was funny because when we went there in person, we got the chocolates or whatever, and the mom came upstairs, and Auni was like, "Oh, it's her," and she heard, and so the mom like turned and was like, who is it? You know, it was just so funny. So, but Auni was like having a little moment of, you know, like, oh, celebrity YouTuber. But yeah, it's so funny. I just randomly happened to stumble upon their video. I had no idea that they were in Syracuse, and then like I started hearing things in the video. I'm like, man, I wonder if they're local. And sure enough, I'm like, oh, they're not even that far away. So that was a nice surprise. But Zach says, oh, I meant to say home by 8. Oh, your flight's leaving at 5. I got you. Leave Florida around 5. Won't be home in time. Have fun. We will have fun, Zach, and hopefully I'll see you on maybe Christmas Eve service if you're gonna come, because we'll be back for that. So, and then I'll text you because I talked to you about basketball too at the church. So now with the mask mandate and everything, we gotta make sure people wear masks when they play, which is annoying, but it's the rules. So yeah, Beck, it was funny, but yeah, it's a cool place they have there. It's neat. All right, should I put my water on like low just to keep that water warm? I mean, it's probably still warm because the pot's been sitting on top of it, but I think I should heat it up maybe a little. Oh, let me see here. These cookies, basically, you got to stay out overnight because that chocolate's it does take a decent amount of time to harden. No, you know what? I think we're okay. That's still pretty warm. It's doing pretty well. Tony's here. Zach's puking. Yeah, about the masks, yeah. Yeah, that'd be really cool, Roy. Tony, how are you doing? How's Ellie doing? How's fatherhood treating you? I did a better job with these cookies. The wells are much deeper, so the chocolate should sit in there nicer than it did on the first ones, even though those ones don't look too bad other than that one right there, which is the cursed child of the family. Speaking of cursed child, not that it has anything to do with cursed child, but I saw the new trailer for the Fantastic Beasts, and I'm not like super into Fantastic Beasts, but I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for some more Harry Potter to come out. I'll check out your comments once I'm done tossing my cookies. Yep. Man, it's probably really late, isn't it? What time we got here, folks? 11:23. Yeesh. I'm probably not going to get bed till 3 o'clock. I'm waking up in the morning with Orson. I got to teach Sunday school. Then I'm going to go work out in the afternoon. And I got to go back to church, teach youth group. And then I'm on vacation. After the Christmas Carol sing-along, but I don't have to do much for that. I'm making cookies for it. That's what I'm doing right now. Alright, let's get our chocolate mix here. Let's see. High Moose, 5:30 a.m. Oh boy. Rules are maybe broken. Trying to let Becca get some sleep so I'm not risking waking Ellie. Oh, there you go. That's good. Yes, Bonnie, yeah. Much better. I feel like that's sitting in there nicer. Hey Tony, I was going to ask you if there was a better day after, so like starting the week after Christmas, so like that Monday, you know, right before New Year's. I was going to ask you if there was a better day of the week for you guys if we were going to come out to visit or go see Mom and Dad. Oh no, that one leaked out. Oh, that one's gonna leak out too. There it goes. Any day is fine as long as it's afternoon. Yeah, well, we're gonna stay at Mom and Dad's for like maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. I think we're gonna have them try to babysit Orson one day, and we're gonna go out to Round One in Erie. I think that's the plan anyway. We'll see if it comes to fruition. All right, beautiful. Let's put this back on top of our water. Keep that warm. Still waiting for the new Angry Birds coin pusher to come in. Yeah, that's a good one. I think Aunie's up. I wonder if Orson woke up. We gotta be quiet now. Orson might be awake. He smells all the chocolate. It's too delicious. Still going, Dave. Sounds good, Roy. I look forward to it. We hope to. We hope to be able to do some travel and whatnot. All right. $11 seconds. Clear that timer so it doesn't go off. I'm gonna do this really quick. We don't have very much left here. Just maybe half a dozen or a little bit more than that. And then begins the process of cleaning up. But I won't make you guys stick around for that. I'll watch something on YouTube probably, or listen to a podcast or something as I do the dishes. That makes doing dishes not so bad. Same thing with working out. Makes it not so bad. Although today my AirPods wouldn't connect to my phone. It's like the first time I've ever had that problem. They were connected before because I listened to something last night as I was falling asleep. And of course I go to the gym and I can't get them to work. So I had to work out the whole time not listening to anything or watching anything. Awful. Alright, just trying to get one more cookie out of what we got left in here. There we go. Okie doke. Our thumbprint there. Kind of keep making these larger. Alright, let's get the other ones out. these in. Put our timer on. Beautiful. Never been to well, I've been to Michigan. I've been to the airport. I've never been into Michigan. Although this year, take a knee. This year, there's a conference in Michigan. We went to last year. It's for a association of churches that we belong to. Not that I say belong to. It's not like the Southern Baptist Convention. We affiliate with them. Anyway, so they had a conference in Chicago last year. This year it's in Michigan. So if we go, then we would obviously be in Michigan, but I'm not sure if we're going to go yet or not. We have to make that decision still. Oh, let's see. Oh, you watched Charlie Brown Christmas tonight. That's amazing. Dave, I'm going to need some of those in my mailbox. Well, you know what? If you get a couple that show up in your mailbox, you'll know where they came from. Those ear pods at one point, I've worn them too long, it starts getting my inner ears so sore. Yeah, that's true. You have to, sometimes I fall asleep with them in and I wake up, my ears hurt. Probably not good for me. Yes, Tony. We're planning on seeing it, I think, on Tuesday. Either Monday or Tuesday when we go out to Pennsylvania. We're going to let Aunie's parents take care of Orson, like in the evening. Like either he's already in bed and they're just there, or they might have to put him to bed. And we'll drive out and go watch it. So no spoilers, because we're anxiously waiting to see it because we've been off of social media. I went to the Marvelous Museum in Detroit and to the Hardcore Pawn Store. That's funny. Those shows are so scripted. The Pawn Stars and the Hardcore Pawn, whatever. I feel like they're so scripted. Less gold, yeah. Pawn stores are creepy. I went to one once to try to sell a camera, an old camera that I had, and the guy way undercut price, which I get because it's a pawn store and that's what they do, but I don't know. I was just like, whatever. So I ended up selling it at Craigslist and got as much as I wanted for it. So it's the only time I ever went into a pawn store, though. There are plenty out here. There's like 5 just nearby. Favorite arcade jackpot that you hit recently? Well, Ben Sabin, a couple of videos ago, we just, I was at, actually it's like 3 videos ago I think, I was at Dave & Buster's and I hit the Monster Drop Extreme jackpot or whatever. Amazing. It's so satisfying to hit that one. So that recently that was the best jackpot. It's a lot of tickets and it's just very satisfying. It's hard to do. I just missed Grandma got run over by the reindeer in the CW around 7. Oh, I didn't even know there was a movie. You live up near the Mackinac Bridge. Bonnie, is Mackinac where they were filming, the History Channel was filming the Curse of Civil War Gold? I feel like that was near Mackinac. I don't know if Mackinac is the place, but that name sounds familiar. You'll have to let me know if that was. Yes, I bet. Roy, what is your highest earning game at your arcades? I would be curious. I'd be very interested to know what your highest earning game is. Oh, all right, I gotta stand up. Please do. Email. You should send me an email. I would love to know more of the technical side of the games. I mean, like, you can get the manuals and stuff online, and I've done that occasionally to look at odds and that kind of thing, but I would love to know more of the inner workings of a game, like parts and that kind of stuff. I think that would be cool. I always wish that, like, I don't know, like Dave & Buster's or Apex, like a game tech would let us film them working on a machine, or take us through the inner workings of a machine, or even like take us behind the doors where they keep all the plush and everything, just to kind of show us like the process of how things work. I just feel like that would be really cool. Sokoa card readers. Oh, very interesting. You're at your arcade, Ben. That's cool. Tony, are you seeing Spider-Man? Are you going to? I hear it's fantastic. All right, these bad boys are ready to be tossed, so let's toss them. How the sausage is made. Exactly. That I probably don't want to know, Moose. I don't want to go back into the kitchen, just back into the game tech area. I'm pretty sure it's a separate, at least in our Dave & Buster's, it appears it's a separate spot. I gave you those few moments of silence so it could be like cookie baking ASMR. The sounds of the bakery. Scraping spoons. The refrigerator running. My timer didn't go off, did it? 25 seconds, nice. Just about finished with the cookie baking part. Then I got a night of dishes, and then I gotta go outside and get a video ready for tomorrow. All right, beautiful. What's going on down here, folks? Oh, actually, let me take care of these cookies real quick. Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. Chocolate all on the counter. My new kitchen. My new kitchen cabinets. Here it is. Oven off. Nice. Whew. Very good. Almost done. You've hit the Space Invader jackpot 6 times in a row. That's interesting. We've never gotten a jackpot in Space Invaders. Any pointers, Ben, would be much appreciated. I'm excited for Spider-Man, but nervous. I'm just like a bunch of time shifting to bail out. Moose, I totally agree with you on that. Like, I like the idea of a multiverse. I like the idea of bringing like the old and the new together. But I feel like the time stuff just, it creates too many plot holes, but then they also think it just fixes plot holes. So I'm with you on that. We get reports every day by mail. Interesting, Roy. 4 arcades. Cool. Bonnie just baked a lot of cookies and banana bread. Moist, nutty banana bread. So good. Roy, the email address, you can send it to thearcadecoupleba@gmail.com. I'll put it here in the chat. thearcadecoupleba for Ben and Annie @gmail.com. Means nothing is permanent. Yeah, that's like that whole show they came out, like the What If show. It's basically like, hey, here's all the other possibilities. So I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. All right, let me get these cookies off the sheet. Okie doke. You can see some of these are starting to harden, but they're still not fully there yet. But I mean, you can kind of start to see it's not, it's starting to get a little bit more solid there. It doesn't stick to the finger quite. So that's what you want to see. It's going to harden, solidify up. It's not going to run on you. But a nice sort of, it's not hard. The chocolate itself doesn't, it's not like a crunch on the top. It stays soft. I think that's what the Caro syrup and a little bit of water helps to keep it soft. But it gives it a nice texture difference than the chewy cookie. All right, so this is it. This is all we're left with. These are still a little warm. I think I'll wait. Just a second on those. I'll show you guys the mess. This is the mess I have to clean up. I've got to clean up the kitchen island. That's what my night looks like. clean up my cookie mess. But all for good reason. I'm glad that we are able to do this, and something about making cookies makes it feel more like Christmas is right around the corner. So, oven is off, Moose. I've already turned it off. Thank you, though. I do have to turn the oven light off, though. But yes, the oven is off. So that is good. Go ahead and toss these in now. Alright, I put way too much confectionery sugar in there, but that's okay. Okie doke. Alright, this is it. Just gotta fill these ones up, and we are good to go. It looks like we'll have just barely enough sauce to fill them. Scrape off some chocolate. Alright, just gotta get enough for one more. Alright. There we go. Well, that will do it, folks. Those are the cookies. Let's see, I put a baker's dozen in 6 different containers of the other kind. So that's 13 times 6, 78. I put 3 times 5 is 15 of 4. That's 20. I did another 4, so that's going to be 24. And then I did, I think, 7, or probably 8 in each. 8 times 5 is 45, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's 40. So I did plus 1 more, so 48. And then how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 48. I made 198 cookies tonight. Oh, that's a good amount of cookies. Just shy of 200 cookies. Whew. So that's it for me, folks. Thanks for watching this. We plan on doing this sort of cookie making stream. I realize that's kind of weird or whatever. I don't know if we're buffering or not, but so thanks for watching the cookie stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different. Again, I don't know if this is still going. Is it buffering, or can you all see it okay? Because on my screen it's buffering, but I think we might be okay. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have the merriest of Christmases. I will check my mail, Roy. Thank you so much. And yeah, good amount of cookies. Hopefully everyone will enjoy them. And if you're in need of a Christmas Eve service, if you don't have one to go to yourself, or you're going to stay home and you want to watch one, you can check out our church's YouTube, First Baptist Church of Memphis, New York. If you type in First Baptist Church of Memphis, New York, you will see our channel pop up, and we'll be live streaming our Christmas Eve service if you're interested in that. So thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. And if you're not around until Christmas, then I hope you have a Merry Christmas. But we will have a brand new video for you out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. I have a lot of dishes that I need to clean up now and videos I need to make. So thank you all. Roy, Bonnie, Moose, Becca, Tony was in here, Zach was in here, Shackletons were in here. Shannon was in here, Dave was in here. So have a great rest of your night, everyone. Thanks for joining the cookies. It made it much more enjoyable for me to bake along with all of you. Have a good night, and we will see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye. My hand getting close to the screen.